Welcome to the channel. I've been working on climbing through the ranks. Currently I'm an emerald, but was able to climb to plat with a 1.4 average. Unfortunately, the new patch did not bring me such luck. I was hovering Bilge and Ionia here, hoping I would get one of the openers, but then saw a Sona pair and kept my options open to either. And then once I got Sona and checked that I didn't have too many people competing in the same comp, I decided to just force it right there. So we see Pandora's items, Prismatic Destiny and Hard Commit. I wasn't excited by either Pandora's or Prismatics, so just re-rolled them. Living Forge and Deadly Update aren't that great, so decided to go with Hard Commit with all of the emblems being buffed this patch, so I wanted to give it a go. And it wasn't a bad one since we found Nico for Defender and Alchemist with Demacia. So then we just slammed the Sojourn and I slammed Steadfast Heart here as well to try and keep a win streak so that we can win throughout stage 2. But do let me know if you think Sunfire Heart was a better option. I was conflicted between the two but decided to go with Steadfast Heart just to see, as I thought it would make my frontline much stronger than Sunfire at the point that anti-healing in the early game isn't that important. But obviously would love to know your thoughts. If you agree, disagree, would have played it differently. On the carousel, I was pretty interested in the strat to see if I can make Demacia Emblem or maybe reroll it with the Reforger. If it drops, I'd turn it into Arcanist, but it was taken away quite quickly. Here I was looking at a couple of options, defensive or going for just Morellos. I decided that Morellos would be better than Sunfire or the other available options at the time. And with our Soda too, we had a pretty good Morello user. I was surprised to see Yunara here, but then expected unexpectedness does have its unexpectedness, I guess. But yeah, a very smooth set stage 2. I wasn't really afraid of anyone and was able to win out throughout it. A good win streak. Here I was conflicted between Adaptive or Iotic Spark. I didn't think we needed the MR Shred, so decided to go with Adaptive for more frontline since the only frontline we had was the Jarvan too, so just to be safe. And luckily we keep on winning. But once again, on these item choices I was a bit confused and would have loved to know what you would have done in the position. Then we leveled to 6 without breaking 50 and are able to add Nautilus quite easily. And as you can see, I do notice that we are being contested for the Sona comp, so I think I was pretty early decided that I wouldn't be going for the reroll comp with the Arcanist Emblem. I wanted to push levels and I was looking at Lux or some other possibilities down further the line. But I was glad to have a really good strong opener. Here we weren't left with many choices, just a chest, a sword and a health. I decided with the chest plate to just get more defensive items. Scouting the lobby to see if we're in danger, see a Y3 which is quite scary. And I think this is where we lose our streak, which was disappointing. I think I should have leveled, but I'm not sure if that would have been sufficient to win that run. But I had the income, I just greeded and was punished for it. And I think I could have also slapped the rod in the chest plate to create the crown guard, but again, greed. But it wasn't too punishing, luckily. Luckily we are going the AP line and the amount of rod drops aren't a big issue for me, and then I do get some lucky rolls and get a Lux, which makes the stage 4 easier for us, and I was hoping to roll down once I hit 4-2. Between the 3 augments I was leaning pretty heavily on Spirit Link because I think with the Demacia added armor and MR it's quite good to have the healing. The other items, I had good items, so I didn't need more rods or Pandora's items to switch. I was happy with the items I was given. And then I don't think I'll be winning this fight. 3-star Phineas, 3-star Scion and Eli, so quite strong. But I don't think that guy will last long. And I had the health, so I thought sacking was the right option. Push level 9 and then go for a comp there. Then I hit Vayne and decided to roll for at least 2 Garen so I can have 7 Demacia. Unlock Galio as soon as possible. Again, trying to keep above 50 gold and push level 9 when possible. I just rolled down a bit to unlock Galio for the next round. Could have probably waited for the creep round, but got a bit impatient. But I'm surprised that I was able to get through stage 4 so healthily with just a 1-star Lux, and then here decided to roll down, hit an own, quite lucky. And then I'm gifted an Annie from our augment that we picked. The boards get quite a bit stronger from 5-1, as you can see, Ziggs and Ryze. The board was almost 1-star, but still manages to beat my 7 Demacia board. Here I tried to greed with Zillion and luckily upgrade a bit of my front line since it was lacking in many aspects. Still missing a guarantee, hoping to unlock that soon. But again, I keep losing to Ryze and Ziggs. Luckily was able to hit Garen and shift 2, so that was a big spike for my build. But yeah, other than the Demacia player, the other 2 players were quite strong and quite difficult to beat with Ziggs and Ryze meta currently going on. Then we pick up Annie from the carousel. I was hoping to hit Annie too, and I do on my roll down, which is quite good for me. Have to sell a Galio to make it, but I thought at the time it was worth it. Again, 6-2, difficult to beat. And I kept losing, so I wasn't sure if 7 Demacia was still the right thing to keep. Then I swap it in for Nautilus, for Juggernaut, Warden, and then swap that for Swain, which I had sold earlier. So that's when I decided that maybe let's not go for more defensive, but let's go for 6 Arcanists. So here you'll see soon I'm trying to just find the 6 Arcanists as soon as possible. I was very tempted to try and get Silas, but I just didn't have the confidence to sell my Garen and Lux and aim to get it back. It was probably the right move, but just didn't have the confidence at the time. As you can see, the fights afterwards are just losses. Then luckily with the Draven start, we were able to get gold for each eliminated player and able to push level 10 and hit 6 Arcanists. This is where the fights get really close, and each round one of us was winning. It gets quite intense till the end. Here I was really hoping to get the White Staff, and luckily do, since we didn't have any MR Shroud, just an Even Shroud, which isn't that helpful with AP comps. Then hit Zillion 2 and decide to move all the items from Galio, as I think he is a good carry once you hit level 10 with the damage amp that he does get. But as you can see, the fights are very close, and I think the main matter was whether my Lux was in the right position, since if it didn't damage the Ziggs, I think I would lose each fight. But luckily we do get the right positioning and get one person eliminated. And once again over here I was regretting not having Silas or being able to roll for him. And we are able to hit our last 2 upgrades on the roll down. Swain and Vega. Again, I get lucky with the luck positioning, trying to aim with Ryze and Ziggs. But this fight again was way too close for comfort, and I honestly thought I lost it, but in the end we did win. I hope you guys enjoyed the content.